Hi, welcome back to the channel, Michelle, and today I'm going to be sharing everything I bought in February. So this idea for this video came from watching another YouTube channel, and the name of that channel is Bailey Made It. I'll link it down below, and it's just a woman from New Zealand, and she shares I started watching her when she was in her minimalism journey, and she shares about the things she makes, and she knits and crochets and does all these really interesting crafty things now. So I thought it was great. She put out a video sharing that every month she's going to be sharing what she bought, and she does focus more on the minimalism mindset. And although I've gone through my minimalism period, I still purchase things as they come up. I recently put up, and I'll link that above for you, what I spent on groceries in February, in case you're wondering what I spent on groceries. If you're new here, we are a family of 5. I have a almost 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and we're a gluten-free family of 5. So that's a little bit about me. I also have a video link up above that kind of goes over our household budget, so what we spend monthly. I think it's really good to put this kind of information out there because there is a lot of difference between income and what people on YouTube portray. And I think there's a lot of selling on YouTube, which I'm not a big fan of. And I think, just being honest about what we're actually spending money on and making it more realistic, I think is helpful for everyone. So I thought it'd be great to share what I spent on February outside of groceries and outside of our normal household budget, but I do have those videos if you want to see what those are. And if you'd like to see, what I spent in March, I'd be happy to do that as well. I naturally track what I spend because we are a single income family on a budget, so I'm very mindful of what I spend my money on, and I'm usually pretty intentional on it. So for the month of February, the first thing I'm going to show, I don't have anything to show. I took my 3 kids to an indoor play gym area. It was one of those days where homeschooling ended early. Everyone did their work really well and everyone was in a really good mood. So I said, why not? We finished early, let's go. And we went to this indoor play area for about 3 hours, and they had a lot of fun, and that cost $24 for my 3 kids. Next there is in my town, a store that resells things that didn't sell. So they take overstock from, Target, Sam's Club, all these big box stores. They take overstock from and they resell it through this store. So we are always on the lookout for different things. One thing we came across was a pair of roller skates. So this is what they look like. This is for my 7-year-old daughter. Both my almost 11-year-old and 7-year-old really enjoy roller skating. And once a month there's this roller skating event near us where the kids get in for a special admission. So they all enjoy roller skating, and so does my husband. He's usually the one that takes them. But they have this, and this was a set of roller skates, and it was $17.56. And what's nice is they're adjustable size-wise, so they will grow with her, which I really like. As you can see, it has the rollerblade set as well as the traditional roller skate set because you could interchange them as well. But she's really enjoying these, so I thought that was a good deal, and it's something she really enjoys doing. So it beats paying for the roller skates every time we go to the roller skate rink. Next would be some dolls. So I'm always on the lookout for diversity in our dolls. So we came across this set, and she's gotten a set before. This is, I think there's 3 different pairs in the set, and this store just happens to get them at different times. And you can see they're little dolls. And what I really like is the actual hair texture that is represented in these different dolls, because a lot of Barbies who are different colors, their hair is very straight and very much like Barbies, just a different color. And they come with outfits and accessories and things too. And then my 7-year-old also really likes to design clothing for them as well. So this is one of her clothing designs. But you can see I love the diversity we're representing within our play items. So these were $5.39 because they were one of those weekly special deals. So pick those up. Next is my 4-year-old is transitioning from a toddler bed to a twin bed. And he has one of those cribs that converted from a crib to a toddler bed, but now he's ready for a twin. So I saw this set, and again, I think this was probably overstock from, I think, Sam's Club. But you can see it's a 6-piece firefighter kids bedding set, so it's got everything you see here, and it's got one of the cute little firefighter pillows, and it's reversible. I think you'll really like that, and that was only $20.47, and it was perfect because we were on the hunt for new bedding for him. Next would be shoes. So this is something we had to buy. My oldest daughter takes horseback riding lessons, and she has to wear special boots for that, and I don't want to buy actual horse riding boots because they're really expensive, especially since she, sizes up every year. That wouldn't really be cost effective to be spending that kind of money every year on boots, especially since she's my only child that seems interested in horseback riding. So, but she's very particular about the boots she wants. 1, they shouldn't have a heel, they should be flat. 2, they shouldn't have any bows or decoration on them because obviously that would be things that can get stuck in the stirrup, not a good idea. Also, they have to be tall boots, so no short boots, although can work, it's much easier if they're taller. So the problem I was having is that she is she's sizing out of kids' shoes, but not quite ready for women's shoes yet. So she's like a 5.5, and she can squeak by with a 6 in a women's. So finding that in the beginning of summer, a fall type boot was difficult. We went to 4 different stores, but we eventually found some that fit all the criteria and fit her. So these are the boots she got. Again, she didn't want a big heel, and her teacher prefers she doesn't have a heel. One thing she's also very particular about is she does not like pointed boots. So like cowboy boots, things like that, they squish toes. She doesn't like them. And you can see there's no weird decoration or anything on them. And the teacher actually really, her horse riding instructor, really liked the little tabs because it's very similar to what you would see in a riding boot. So those were $20 because it was the beginning of spring, so all the fall stuff's on sale, but we had to go to 4 different stores to find those. Next, I don't have to show you again. We need water softener. We have a water softener in our basement. We have hard water where we live, so we have to refill that every probably 2-3 months, and that was $45. Next, in the month of February was my son's birthday. He turned 4. So I'm going to show you what I got him. So the first one is this toy tractor, and this was $30. This was from Amazon, and it's a remote control toy tractor. I don't know where the remote is because he likes to hide it from his sisters, but you can make it go around, so it's like a remote control car, but it's got the little, I don't know any of the car part names, sorry, tractor part names, and it comes with animals and hay and different things like that, and he really likes to drive it around, and this pops down and back here and they can get out. So he's really been having a lot of fun with his toy tractor, but that was one of his birthday presents. Next, he's very big into trucks and tractors and cars of all, so he asked for this for his birthday. This is a cement truck, and you can make it wind up, but he's got a ton of cars, but he loves them all, so that was his birthday present. And the last thing we got him was, we've been slowly watching the Marvel movies with the kids. My husband and I, of course, have seen all the movies and the TV shows associated with them, but it's my kid's first time going through the Marvel movies. We're going in order, and he really is into Iron Man, so is my almost 11-year-old. But my 7-year-old in particular really likes Iron Man. So I bought this little Iron Man costume for him, and I love the box it came in because I didn't have to wrap it. I could just put a bow on it, but I thought the box was really cool, and we keep the box. So inside is an Iron Man mask. What I really like about this, and one of the reasons I chose it, is the faceplate. Flips. Let's put it back down. It's motion activated, if you didn't know. So the faceplate flips up, which I really like because he likes to walk around and talk and pretend he's Iron Man. But as you can see, it's also motion activated. So when you flip it up, it turns on the little lights in here, and it makes different things that Iron Man would say. And that also came with a little glove. What I have to say is these fit my 4-year-old fine. This is a little big, but he can still wear it. And one of the gloves with the little thing on here, and it makes noise, lights up, and he likes to do the thing Iron Man does. But this entire set was only $28. And then for some reason it comes with a cape, which I'm not sure why, because Iron Man never wore a cape. But I actually kind of like it because it's easier for him to get in and out of than a full costume, especially since it's getting warmer. It just has Iron Man on it, so he likes to put his costume on and run around and pretend he's Iron Man. But I thought it was a lot of fun. I think the packaging was really cute. Next thing was we had to take our dog to the vet. He's going to be 15 in June, and he was healthy and everything. It was just an annual exam, a nail trim, and he had to get his vaccines. He had to get a parvo vaccine, but that was $42 to take on the vet to take my dog in for his normal yearly exam. Next would be my youngest daughter has celiac disease, so we're a gluten-free family of 5, as I mentioned earlier. This month, she had a doctor's appointment with her pediatric GI, which is almost 2 hours away because that's the closest we could find, a pediatric GI. And my husband usually takes her to that appointment, and I have the other 2 kids. So because they were gone the majority of the day, I figured why not take this opportunity and go out to lunch. So we went to a Chinese buffet and enjoyed ourselves and had lunch, but that was $31 for the 3 of us to get a Chinese buffet. Something I actually bought for myself in all the things I've talked about is a moisturizer. So my 7-year-old also sees a dermatologist because she's had some skin issues dealing with her celiac disease and autoimmune condition that celiac disease is. And I was talking to her while we were there for my 7-year-old about something I was experiencing lately, and something, my skin, you can see, is kind of red. Same with here. I'm naturally very, very pale, and you can see the redness in my skin, but noticeably lately, especially in this harsh cold, I guess it wouldn't be harsh, but just very bitterly cold winter, my skin has had a lot of issues. And it's not like it's breaking out or hormonal, but like a rash almost, and dry skin. And I've tried so many different products on it. So I talked to her about it. I'm like, what would you recommend? Because one of the stipulations we kind of have in the house is we don't bring any products that contain gluten in them, just to narrow down the possibilities of cross-contamination. And you know, is my kid gonna eat moisturizer? No, but if I have it on my hands and I go to make food, then that's cross-contamination. So I asked if she had any suggestions, and she actually did. She had an entire list of gluten-free moisturizers and face lotions that would be good for what I was dealing with. And if just having that alone was amazing, not having to spend 45 minutes online searching for moisturizer, because if you didn't know, a lot of cosmetics and things like moisturizers can and do have gluten in them. They have wheat-based products, and they're not always called wheat in the ingredient list. They usually have different scientific names. Or a lot of things with oats. Oats is a big issue with cross-contamination, so something containing oats could possibly have gluten in it. So I'm just hyper vigilant when it comes to things entering my house out of safety reasons, but also because I needed to get just a body lotion for her to help deal with some of her skin issues as well. So she suggested this body lotion and the facial moisturizer for me, and it's called, I'm guessing Van Eye Cream, and I got the daily facial moisturizer, and it's free of dyes, fragrance, parabens, and it says gluten-free on it, which is really nice. But this was, let me see, $13 at Walmart. And I've had it for over a month, and I haven't used the container. And I put this on multiple times a day. So I think it works really well. I think it has helped with the dryness, and it's maintaining the moisture in my skin better. So I definitely would recommend that if you're looking for a moisturizer, and the dermatologist recommended this for both my daughter and I. And the last thing I had to buy, I mean, it was literally like the last day of February. So we homeschool, and I needed to get the next level of math for my girls. So for my oldest, I had to get 4B. I do have the textbook, but I don't have the teacher guide, the test booklet, or the workbook. So I had to order that for her. And then for my 7-year-old, she's getting ready to go into 2B. I have the teacher guide from when my oldest did 2. But I don't have the textbook, the workbook, or the test, because obviously my oldest daughter used those components when we had them. So I had to reorder the textbook, workbook, and test booklet for that, and that was $102 for that set. So that is everything I bought in the month of February that wasn't, you know, household budgetary things or food, and my total was $393.90. So if you'd like to, again, see what I spent in March, I'll gladly make that video as well. Or if you'd like to share something you purchased in February that was different or new for you or exciting. I'd love to hear that as well. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, leave them in the comments below. If not, thank you for watching.